Goddamn.
Oh my God! That's just too dirty!
Yeah. The shit's fire.
This is a fucking banger.
Ladies and gentlemen, cats, snakes, dogs, chicken, elderly people, workers, and twerkers.
Yeah.
Turn it up!
I don't give a fuck. It's the Ruckus. What the fuck you expect?
I body slapped my wife, my nigga.
Let's get into it. Who wants to start? Anybody? Anybody want to take the reins on the conversation? Anybody?
No.
No takers? I think Kelvin should be the one to take reins on the conversation, considering he lost all of $5.25 today.
Actually, as of right now, I am
If you didn't make $10,000 yesterday, don't talk to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm up almost $100 though. So fuck
this
you.
man lives on Reddit.
Yes, it's sold, bitch. Fuck, I shouldn't have.
How much? Okay, so the conversation, we're going to pop it off real quick. The conversation today
My bad.
is
hold up.
about how a bunch of internet
Trolls.
dudes, trolls, whatever you want to call them, got
Legends.
mad that legends. Look at Kelvin and his $5 that he made.
Dude. I made I actually just made $100, but yeah.
You made $100 off of this whole GameStop situation?
No, in the last hour.
Something different?
Off of Dogecoin.
Dogecoin went up 600%. Man.
All right.
So basically, for anybody listening and who's been in a cave for the last 48 hours, a bunch of internet legends who had nothing better to do than be angry at the system. We're getting angry that Wall Street hedge fund managers were shorting stock on GameStop. And they basically did something that most everybody or nobody really understood, which was they started buying up the stock, forcing those people who had shorted the stock to have to then buy more stock, and then eventually bringing the value of the stock up, and forcing Melvin Capital to then have to pay out what it owed. And there were people who had invested X amount months and weeks and days ago who actually ended up making a whole bunch of fucking money. But the big, and that got a lot of people excited. But I think the biggest issue there that we all realized was that once Melvin Capital and Wall Street started realizing what had happened, they went into extra capitalist mode and started shutting that shit down. They stopped trading on Robinhood, so on and so forth.
All right, hold up. I'm going to stop you. Hold up.
Go ahead. Stop me.
Okay, yeah, it is capitalist mode. It's not free. No, you're right. It's capitalist mode. No, it is. It's not free market capitalist, but it's definitely capitalist. Yeah. All right, go ahead. We'll
talk about the question of capitalism in a second, because I know we got different viewpoints. But basically, that's what happened. So you basically had Wall Street, who's in the business of fucking over little people. They got taken to town by little people who literally were angry. And when the game was in against them, they got mad, took their ball home, and said the game was unfair, and called on it. And then they basically said, "Yo, stop this! We getting our ass kicked." They were like Roberto Duran, no mas. They got their asses whooped.
Didn't y'all hate when the kid with the good boy used to say, "Fuck you guys"?
Here's Robin Hood on their corporate garbage.
What is it saying? What's corporate? What's Robin Hood saying?
Your portfolio information is not available right now. I just sold to get my profits off of Dogecoin, and now all of a sudden my shit's locked. Of course.
And so that was another.
Cunts.
And then so that was another issue that happened today, is that they were forcing people to sell. They
were forcing people to sell, and they didn't give a fuck.
They were forcing people to sell. And then there's two class action lawsuits, one that was filed in New York and now one that was filed in Chicago.
Yeah, one with the SEC and then the other one with FNIC.
And one in Loading.
Yeah, and obviously the one in Loading, as always. They think they got something out there. I don't understand what it is.
They're all meeting at Big and Beefy later on tonight.
They're all meeting at Big and Beefy.
We always got something out here.
They got tickers at Big and Beefy. They got tickers at Big and Beefy.
Yup.
Nah, yo, listen.
That's where the corporate headquarters are.
That's where all the big wigs hang out. Now listen, it's fucked up, right? It's like I said before on the chat earlier today. It's socialist.
This
It's
is what
socialism.
happened.
It's socialism for the rich and capitalism
This is
for
what happened
the
when
poor.
Biden was elected. I told you guys this would happen. If Trump was in office, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
This wouldn't happen.
actually, if you wanna get into that, we can actually. I'd have to look up the exact executive orders, but there were executive orders that Donald Trump put in order to like just make this shit possible, right? To where these motherfuckers control it more and more, and it kicks us out.
Not even just controlling it, but not having any real oversight. So there's no one really checking on what they're doing.
And that's the big thing, right? So here's a big thing. Right?
Less regulation.
Here's a big one I want to bring up.
That's a dirty word, right? Casey, don't ever say that word ever again. Regulation.
It is.
Why is it a dirty word?
Because sometimes there's too much regulation, sometimes too little.
I was joking, but you actually fucking are you serious?
Yes, I am serious. Regulation is a
shit.
very good word.
Casey with his grandma glasses on.
Being a free market capitalist? What's going on here?
So did anybody make money though?
Yeah.
Some people did. Some people did make a lot of money.
I know other people made money. I'm talking about Calvin
on here.
and
on
Peter.
here, has anybody else investing? What's up? Is it just me and Peter?
Nobody else on
a
Robinhood?
couple dollars?
Right, bro,
Yo, bro,
listen.
listen.
You got money to invest, bro. We
No.
You don't gotta flex on us, all right?
Nah, it's not flexing, but
yo,
listen, my first investment
on us. I started with 1,000. I started with 1,000, and they wouldn't give it to me. And then I started doing like 50, and then I did 46. I sent you guys the video. I was doing it with $46, and they wouldn't give it to me.
That's crazy.
No, I mean, hey, listen, it's better than what happened to me with AMC. I only lost $50, but I lost money on it.
I did it with AMC. I was doing it with AMC.
Yeah. But I lost money with them, so. But nah, like on any of like the meme stocks that went up, AMC, GME, BB, BBY, NOK, and right now Doge. Those are like all. Those are the ticker names.
BBC, PWAG.
But yeah, those
anybody who knows what those acronyms are, you got problems. Listen, let me ask you guys a question. Alex, Peter, and Kelvin, you guys have got extra money to be bossing around.
It's not extra. No. Hold on. It's not extra, bro. Listen, I just came under. I just started thinking last year. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna have money sit in a fucking savings account that's not getting anything. Why not fucking put it to work? So that's a good one. So you guys, it's not extra, and trust me, it's not extra money. I'm not sitting there like, oh, I'm gonna lose it. Fuck it. Nah, bro, that's my savings I'm putting in there.
So you're not taking the futures you're not taking the future money from the Ruckus podcast and investing it in. That's not what
we ain't trying to. We ain't trying to get.
We're just trying to have a savings account
above the cost. We're just trying to get right.
Yeah.
We're trying to get right.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's a savings account that actually has growth. That's how I'm seeing it.
So
yes.
So none of you guys.
Around stuff like that.
So when you guys are on these platforms, like I know as a ignoramus on this shit, when you got forms, are you guys actually thinking that you're gonna be able to make some money, or are you just in that phase where you're like, listen, I just want to do something with my money so that it's not just sitting there? Like, what's your guys's
right? And get what 1% a year or whatever the fuck.
Yep.
So I mean, I'd rather do this where I've got in at least a couple $100 in the last month or two.
Hey,
I'm trying to get that compound interest. That's it.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to work on it. If we can work on it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to become a fucking millionaire off it. If si pasa, whatever,
Pero ayuda.
But every little bit counts. I'll gladly take it away from some rich fucking asshole.
Yes, sir.
Do you think you have a fair shot?
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no. And you
Of
know,
course not. Of course
we
not. They just proved
we all
it
know
to
that.
us.
Yeah.
They just proved it to us.
Not only did we know we didn't have a fair shot, we forced their hand and made them show it to us now.
Yeah, man.
You know,
do you guys continue participating in, because we like they got shown out naked today or this week. Like we saw the color of their underwear and everything that was in it.
Oh,
why would you use that analogy?
I don't want to see everything that's in it.
Coño, Lou. You get beautiful use that fucking kind of fucking weird ass analogies over here about naked and Fruit of Loom and Hanes and shit like that. The fuck's wrong with you, Lou?
Yeah, loco.
Damn, son, I love you too, Casey. Nah, I actually hate you. Do you guys continue to participate in these stocks things?
Yeah.
Knowing that you're getting screwed over some way, somehow. Like
Kelvin likes it.
Yeah.
Kelvin likes getting screwed.
He went to the military. I mean,
ooh, low blow.
At least it's with lube. At least it's with lube. Unlike if it's sitting in a stock where you're just getting fucked. Because they're using that money. They're using that money to fucking gamble, and you ain't getting shit from it. That's the big one. Let me gamble my shit.
Yo,
yeah, but isn't it placing a bet that you know kind of from the beginning of the bet that you're gonna lose?
Right?
No, the same thing with sports, my guy.
Hold up, because
here's
the thing, right? You put your money in a savings account for a bank, right? You're getting 1%, maybe 1.99% a year on interest, right? Now, guess what they do with that money? They get that money and they play the fucking market and make the profits. And you're just making 1 to 1.99% a year. Give me let me get the money and I'll take the risk.
Yep.
Has anyone here ever played the game Musical Chairs?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that? Yeah, from when you were a kid. No, okay, so let me just give you a quick analogy and then I want you guys to give me your opinion.
No, but Kelvin,
so everybody here's played musical chairs from when they were a kid.
Yeah.
Right, the music goes on, you got an even number of people and an odd number of chairs, and then, you know, when the music stops, everybody sits down, and whoever doesn't have a chair, you're out, right? Until the last two people, okay.
Yeah.
What if you were the player in the game and you knew when the song was going to start and stop, what chair you were going to be in front of, and who was going to be next to you at any given point during the game? Would you still play musical chairs?
We have to play it.
Why?
Because what other option do we have? Not playing it, and then you leave them the whole game.
I got the odds.
Then you're leaving the one person. Hold up, Lou. I'm gonna use your same analogy against you. Because if we don't play, that one person that has all the fucking cheat codes is keeping all the chairs to himself. Now we don't even have the choice for us to even at least fucking be the last one there.
We need some fucking chairs.
You have a choice if that person's cheating.
Yeah. Huh?
We need some chairs.
He can't sit on all of them if we have people participating. But if we choose not to participate, then he keeps all the chairs.
Yep.
Why don't we make up our own game? Why don't we make up our own game?
Yep, and it turns to shit.
So why don't we play another game?
Because then we play tag.
Because the thing is, the game hasn't been set up for us. The game hasn't been set up for us. Yes. No, he's right. Because the thing is, the game hasn't been set up for us. The game has been set up for a different
Alex,
set of
great
people.
point.
And the thing is that we have to get this right. And the thing is, what's happening right now is exposing what's happening. And the thing is, motherfuckers are like, yo, they're saying, right, blah, blah, you can't be doing this shit, you can't be... Nah, fuck that shit, man. I'm gonna fucking go to Weeble.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna fucking...
This motherfucker said I'm gonna Weeble. But here's my thing.
That's it.
Why do we have to wait for them to make the game for us?
We're not waiting for them to make the game for us. The game's already there, right? And actually, a great example of us making the game is cryptocurrency. cryptocurrency is people making the game.
Yeah, and it's a literal game.
And it's a literal clusterfuck that we can participate in, and I do as well. I participate in both. I play tag and I play fucking musical chairs.
And okay, Kelvin, so you brought me to the eventual point is that you're basically doing on a small scale what these hedge fund people are doing on a large scale. They're playing all of the corners. They're playing all of the games. Where they have advantages, they play. Where they're disadvantaged, they play. And they're going to come out winning and losing at all points. I guess I was just trying to get to the point of like us focusing on the games where we're always disadvantaged. I think that's where I wanted to kind of get us to.
No, I get that. The thing is, what other game do we have right now, right? Like, other than crypto, what other game do we have to play?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a.
It doesn't exist out there, right? I mean, yeah, we have the game of the lottery, which is also set up by them. We have fucking casinos, also set up by them. We got fucking sports betting, also set up by them. Like, yeah, we're fucked. No matter what game we play, but at least we have the option of playing, of playing it. And the thing is, I want to be able to do, yeah, I want to take part in that chance, even though I know it's rigged to where yes, they have the cheat codes, they got the fucking knowledge, get at least a little bit of fucking money away from those fuckers. And I think and that's the biggest thing that these guys here on the Wall Street Bets subreddit did, is that, you know, shorting this stock so much, especially if they manage to keep it as high as it was yesterday, which it isn't, but right now it's at 193. That's still almost $200. If they can keep it anything above I think 150, they short out like billions of dollars by the end of tomorrow, close tomorrow.
Which I'm not sure. I'm wondering if they're gonna let that happen. And this is not being honest. Like, I'm wondering if there's no backdoor deals going on.
Here's the thing: at this point, the shorters are gonna have to take that loss. I don't see the stock dropping back to fucking $10 tomorrow.
So each stock right now is worth 193.
Yeah.
Yes, it's at 193 right now.
And that's
that is insane.
Yeah, it's insane. Now, here's what I want to bring up. Here's actually what I want to bring up. I don't know. I'm sure you all have different. It's all right. I know you all have different feelings about Dave Portnoy, but he brought up a legitimate fucking statement here. Yeah. So Stephen Cohen on Twitter said, legitimate questions that deserve answers. My guess is they were protecting their own hide. If stocks burst and people couldn't put up margin, it happens in commodity markets all the time. They don't have to lend money if they don't want to. And Dave Portnoy said, but you couldn't buy anything, period. They forced the price to crash so hedge funds could cover their shorts. There will need to be a full investigation into the events of today. Phone records, surveillance, the works. Melvin Capital ended up having to get a short what is it, like a stem bailout, pretty much. 2.8 yeah, 2.8 billion dollars. Today.
By the owner, I forget what his name was.
You know what he did with that money?
What?
He shorted GameStop again. You know what happened shortly after that?
What?
Robinhood stopped trading GameStop.
Well, yeah, and so this is one of the things that's the big problem is that they're playing with house money all the time.
It's theirs. Money's a joke, though. Money's a fucking joke. Let's be real. This is all just we were. This is all fucking monopoly.
Money's not real.
This is all monopoly money, bro. This is all fucking monopoly money. And guess what?
Keeps doing that?
We're fucked because we accepted that this is a thing that we're using to pay for fucking not only commodities but necessities in fucking life.
And the pandemic.
And now we have to deal with the repercussions of us accepting that. It's fucking like full scale gambling with our fucking lives.
This is what we have.
Because that's what they're doing. They're gambling with our lives. 2008 happened. The market crashed. Not one of those motherfuckers went to jail.
None. None.
Not one.
At all. And you know what the biggest problem of it? Oh, and I'm gonna
correct.
I'm gonna give
he
you.
Is correct. He is correct. No. Don't overgo. He is correct.
No, he's right. But I'm gonna give you a great analogy of what's going on. Remember, this has happened so many times. But there was Enron, there was Bernie Maddox, there was who else was it? Enron, Bernie Maddox. Which was the other one? Anyway, of the
Bernie Madoff. Bernie
Madoff. Excuse me. Is somebody eating chips?
Oh my bad, that's me. That's me with cotton candy. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
That's eating cotton candy. Hold up.
That doesn't even sound like cotton candy.
Yeah. What kind of cotton candy is that?
Bag of chips that's cotton candy you eat.
This motherfucker has like crystal cotton candy.
That's the prepackaged. That's the prepackaged shit.
Glass, bro.
Yeah. That motherfucker's eating glass and shit, sugar and glass.
Yeah, man. See, I get it. Yeah.
Look at that shit.
Prepackaged shit.
Yo,
but listen, this happened.
Yo, I'm over here worried about how I sound and everything. And I'm like, yo,
he thought this was
eating.
And it's Mike with his cotton candy, and he literally has a bag of cotton candy. Like that shit is hilarious.
Yo,
you know what the shit? But no, going back to it, you have Bernie Madoff, you have Enron, you have the 2008 housing crash with Fannie Mae. All of these things is that it keeps happening over and over and over again. They never get punished, and then it happens again, and then we have to bail them out again. And it's this question, and I'm gonna point this to Mike because he's brought this question up many times. It's a question of a lack of accountability, and I'm gonna say that. And Mike, I'm gonna ask you specifically a question, and then we can go from there. Do you trust capitalism, Mike?
Fuck no. No. I don't, man. You see how they give it up?
Anarchy's the way, Mike.
They're snakes.
No. Ain't nobody said that. Hold on.
You see the way they give it up. Here's the thing. They make look how they make all these rules, and then when the rules doesn't work in their favor, they change it on their way, like the following day. That's why they don't get fucked over.
That's what's the crazy part about. That's the crazy part about it.
If you believe in this system, you're a fucking fool.
Yep.
So okay, so you don't believe in the system. How do you function then within the system, knowing that you don't believe in it? I know it's kind of like a philosophical question.
I know, but the way I work around it is like this system sucks, but it's the one I could tolerate the most. Cause
okay, fair enough.
I don't want to. Here we go. Cause I'm gonna talk this socialist shit.
No. I didn't want to ask that question to get there. Just so you know, I didn't want to take the conversation there.
You sure about that, Lou? That's something you want to tell me?
Yeah, Lou, you lying, bro. Lou, you lying, bro. You just trying to get there.
Before you talk that smooth anarchy shit to me again.
Hold on, lose an anarchist. All right, relax.
Yeah, no, man.
Yo,
nah. Go ahead. I didn't want to.
Anarchy not what it was 10 years ago. It's something new now.
Yo, Lou started this whole podcast just to ask that question.
What'd you say, Mike? What'd you say there at the end?
Wait, what was that?
What did you say there at the end?
Oh no, he gonna talk that smooth talk like hey, anarchy is not what it was 20 years ago. This is what it really means. You can be your own boss and make your own rules.
I'm gonna slowly convert Mike into my. He's gonna be vice president of the New England Anarchy chapter. Watch.
Everything's
on the next conversation, I'm gonna be close.
We're gonna be meeting at Big and Beefy.
Everything's anarchy until I start dumping oil in my yard.
We're gonna meet up at Big and Beefy and brothers Peace and our secret hideout.
Gosh, here we go.
Not that I wanted to take the conversation, and we'll change it up. But I really think that everybody has a little bit of an anarchist inside of them.
Yeah, of course, everybody wants to be independent like that. Yeah.
But yeah, getting back to the point, Mike. So yeah, about living in the system. So you don't trust the system, but you have to live in the system. So how do you do that without fucking losing your brain?
I don't know, nigga, drink. Shit, I don't know.
Do drugs, sniff cocaine.
Niggas, yes. People. Look, man, like every system that you get put in, it's a flaw. That's why every time you get to this conversation and you always like blame capitalism. You can blame capitalism because that's the system that we're in. But there's other ism that you can add that people, if you're in the bottom, you're gonna get fucked. Doesn't matter if it's a socialism or communist. Any system they put in, they're always gonna be richer there's always going to be poor. The thing about capitalism, the people that are doing the business are more in power than more than the politics. If you put an ism and you put the politics in power, they're going to be the rich ones and we're going to be the poor ones. And they're going to play that everybody's equal thing when it really isn't.
But that's why you got to get rid of the power. That's where the anarchy comes in.
Yeah, but
you get rid of you get rid of centralized power and you don't have that issue.
Yeah,
basically
what
this is
I don't even trust myself in power.
But here's the thing about you in power. Imagine that all of us, there's 100 of us, and the 100 of us have the same amount of land, a house, and everything, and each one of us also has a gun.
100 lose? Oh god!
Shit, man, 100 lose.
That means 99 of us gonna die and one's gonna live.
Yeah, I'm killing myself. But if there was 100,
somebody kill you for you.
If there's 100 of us and we all have basically the same amount of power, not the same amount of power, but the same ability to check everybody else's power, you ain't doing shit without thinking it twice. If you're gonna step on me, because it's not the question of having the power. I think, that's one of the things, I wish Big was here. He's going to be here in a second. It's not the question of having the power. It's the ability to check everybody else and they being able to check yours. We can't check power. That's why we always feel impotent. Like, I can't go up to and punch Nancy Pelosi in the head. And if I tried to, if I were white and I tried to, I'd probably get a statue for myself. But being me...
Anarchy.
Yeah, being me, if I try to do that now, as they did on January 6th, I get arrested.
Yeah.
So it's a question of, in my opinion, of being able to check power and the power structures. And I don't think the system.
You're trying to get checks and balance. So I get where you're going with it. But the tricky thing about it, in theory and in paper, we all like to have like an equal part, but in reality, there's always going to be like a level of greed, not on purpose, but that's just human nature. So it's like, if we're working as a team, but then like, somebody going to feel as though they're putting more work than the other person, going to feel they want more. And, that's when the power struggle kicks in. And then if you're going to go to the anarchy and there's guns and land involved, somebody dying.
But you know what, man? I mean, I've thought about this a lot recently. I wouldn't have a problem, and I'm saying this theoretically. No, I'm saying this theoretically, man. I wouldn't have a problem dying if it's for a fight that I'm invested in. Meaning that if I'm protecting my land, I'm protecting my family, I'm protecting something. It's one thing if you go out and you're fighting, and the guys who've been in the military, they'll probably be able to speak on this better than I am. Being sent to fight somebody else's war, as opposed for you to be able to fight your war. If the military guys want to go ahead and comment on that, on how they feel. But I think it's a little bit different when you're, checking on your neighbor and, as opposed to going in somebody else's backyard. But that's just me. I don't know, Kelvin. What do you think?
How you guys feel like fighting that white man's war? Talk to me, guys. How you feel like fighting that white man's war and killing brown people?
That's how that question felt.
Yeah.
Nah.
Damn.
Bro,
no filters on that question.
Good.
That
I don't even know how to answer that. No. And it's not that I haven't thought about it. It's just that I've thought about it and I still don't have an answer to that fucking
question. The first thing you need to do is shave that mustache because you look like a conservative war general right now.
Speakeasy over here.
When I get my haircut.
Keep that shit, Kelvin. Keep that shit, man.
Alex, what do you feel about that while Kelvin gets his thoughts in order? What do you think about that, about going over, like Mike said, fighting the white man's war?
Before you continue, 7 years ago, you were technically fighting a black man's war, but now that shit came and went, so now you're back fighting a white man's war.
Nah, motherfucker. I went in 06, so I was just trying to get a degree. That's it. I was trying to get paid for education.
That's it.
When I joined, that's what everybody that I know everybody I graduated, I think like 90% went to the military.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's crazy, man.
I was at a
that's better than the alternative.
And the thing is, when I say 90%, that's me exaggerating, but
no,
it's probably like
really.
But let's be real. That's better. That's better.
More than 50.
That's better
More
than
than
the
50%.
That's better than the alternative.
I know a lot of people
What's the
that
alternative?
have gone to the military.
The alternative is what happened in my school. The class I went in with it from freshman, only 26% graduated. The rest were either in jail or dead.
Diablo.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So
you either go to the military, you go do drugs.
Try high.
Hood. Yeah, go
Wait,
to the
of your class graduated
of my freshman 27. It was 28% of my freshman class. Freshman class graduated.
Let him talk.
It was in Jersey.
Let him talk. Let him talk. This is real.
And that's normal. That was normal in Tri-High when I went to school. Every class before me, it was 25, 22, in the 20s range, dude.
Have you ever stepped back and thought about what that means? Is like only 1 out of 4 of the kids that you grew up with graduated. Like, that's fucking crazy.
It's because nobody was invested. Yeah. And then it was also hard to
go ahead, Alex.
How many kids have gone to the military that you know? You
From
know
my
a shitload, right?
No, I was just saying something.
Honestly,
let him talk.
Honestly, from my class, I know probably 10. Yeah,
real?
I mean, we only had like 200 graduates, really, like
270.
No, so we had 1,000 students, and
Peter
I think
included.
from the 1,000 students, we had most of them go to the military because I'm going back to like most of them.
That's not
to like. I'm looking at my shit and like I'm like for I think if you look into it, like for people that don't have money, people and like minorities, they don't have a place to go to. They don't have scholarships. So what's the next step? Military. And I think that's most of the steps that's what they use. Military, and then if that doesn't happen, the other shit happens.
Streets.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the streets is calling.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
The streets is always calling, bro.
I don't know if any of you have ever been close to sleeping on the streets, but when you get to the point of like desperation, the streets ain't nothing to fuck with. Like, you will go out and sell what you need to sell.
Yep.
Steal what you need to steal. Like, I know we look at people in the streets are like, oh, well, they morals and they're immoral.
No.
I never said that.
No. I'm not saying us in this group. I'm just saying that society in general. Like, anytime we see somebody on the street selling drugs and whatever, we tend to think that there's like a moral issue with them. And like, you know, Kelvin, I'm thinking about that statistic in my head. 1 in 4 graduate. So that means that 3 of them
there's 10 cities like crazy now.
Yeah, and I've heard about that, like in different big cities, like Oakland. I saw a documentary not too.
Lawrence, dude.
Really, I haven't been back in Lawrence in a year, but tent city in Lawrence.
There's you know where the old school where people used to learn how to drive before the license test.
Yeah.
Right there,
right down the
bridge,
left.
Under the bridge. They fucking
Casey's
an asshole. Casey's an asshole.
Next to Big and Beefy.
Next to Big and Beefy.
That 10 city, my man, that 10 city is crazy. There's an ill 10 city right there.
Yo, KC, I have a quick question. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
KC's funny though. KC's funny.
I was gonna say, KC, in your video, you had 2 people that showed up in the video, and you didn't introduce them to us. Who are they? And KC muted himself.
He's taking a shot.
Yeah, who are the people? Oh, yeah, KC, introduce your friends, KC, to the people listening to us.
Ay, Dios mío. Just
to the people who are listening to us.
On a Thursday, they getting lit.
Yeah, we're looking at our brother KC. He's getting lit with two of his friends.
That's his wifey, man. Let him take a shot.
That's his wife's sister.
My sister-in-law.
Look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
Both of them.
I really wish we would do like a live version of this so that everybody could see KC looking like my grandma. Anyway, let's change gears real quick. Yeah, KC look like my grandma for real. He got them grandma glasses from the 50s, bro.
real quickly before I know we want to transition, but there was one article that I saw this morning I want to transition. Bring up because we did speak about the homeless. You guys spoke about Tent City for a quick second there. Austin is buying a hotel to house the homeless. The money to run it is coming from the police budget.
I saw that. I saw that shit, and I clapped twice.
Amazing. Look what else we can do with the police budget.
And what you're gonna end up doing is that any crimes associated, because in a lot of major cities, when the police need to meet their quotas, what they do is that they go to the tent cities and they arrest the homeless people on a bunch of different infractions, right? Yep. And they meet their quotas. So in this way, if you're taking them off the streets, you're limiting the amount of people that might be victims to a certain amount of violence, but you're also limiting the fact that their vulnerability. That's fantastic, man. Yeah. And our man Peter is showing us.
We got Mr. Miyagi and Jackie Chan right now. Max City. Max City. Peter, you smoking?
Oh God,
you smoking, Peter?
Yo, Alex, look.
Yo, look at what Peter is. I really wish we had a video stream so we could see what Peter put on our screen.
One day.
We will one day. Yo, my
God damn, bro, you don't invite?
Nah.
Yeah, Peter be smoking. He don't invite nobody, bro. Damn,
I already passed my test and everything. You don't even invite, bro. That's all right. It's all good.
Peter, as long as you're not smoking hookah, we good.
Nah, as long as you're not smoking, bro. I'm smoking crack.
What's up, bro?
Who's putting down bets on the Super Bowl?
Nobody.
Nah, bro. I'd rather use that money on
against
Wall
Brady.
Street. I'd rather use that money on Wall Street, bro.
Look at Alex with his homemade. His brother made that for him. So nobody's betting on the Super Bowl. No Tom Brady fans in here.
No, Tom Brady fans. I'm just not football.
You got half niggas are loading in here. Oh, y'all love Tom Brady.
I'll be honest. I'll be all right with whoever wins.
Football Jesus, man. He's football Jesus.
I'm just saying, for all you Brady haters, bro. Listen, for all you Brady haters, I'm not a fan of his, man. But you,
those fucking assholes.
You definitely are a fan, bro. You from New England? You from fan, bro.
Michael Jordan don't got nothing on Tom Brady.
What?
Shut the fuck up. Don't say some inflammatory shit like that, man. Fuck this shit.
Michael Jordan doesn't have anything on Tom Brady. Think about it. Think about that.
Jordan don't like Chinese people.
I don't know. 6 out of 6. Finals MVP all 6 times. Tom Brady only did it twice. Shut the fuck up, Blue. Don't even start. Please.
Yo, Tom Brady has literally been in 1/7 of all Super Bowls.
What?
Yeah, but Tom Brady owns a sweatshop.
How does he own a what?
A sweatshop.
Tom Brady.
Who knows?
Possibility he has like a plantation.
I'm ready.
So he won that fishing shit.
I'm ready.
Listen,
now.
man. I'm just saying, to get to an NBA championship is hard.
Tom Brady is the GOAT. I'm not cheering for him this year because I'm treating that motherfucker like he is an ex-girlfriend that I'm cool with, but I don't want her to succeed yet. And then I want her to succeed after.
He's saying that Tom Brady is his ex-girl.
I want him to lose. I want him to lose.
But I want him to win.
After, I will go for him. You know
I love Alex. I love Alex's analogies.
It's like a breakup. Nah, nigga, I'm good. Nah, all these motherfuckers like, oh, yo, fucking Tampa Bay Patriot. I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker.
What is a Tampa Bay Patriot? That's a new Boston thing?
That's the New England Patriots remix.
That's the new shit.
Oh my god.
It's like that championship is when Brady wins and New England also won it. Is that what they're saying?
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I broke up. And you know what? We have it was a mutual breakup. But
no, it wasn't.
I'm gonna hate on you.
They weren't treating him right. You weren't treating him right, so you had to leave.
They weren't treating
him pieces. I will say this. They wouldn't.
I treated him right. They treated
like crap.
Shit.
Who, Brady?
I said I treated him right. I treated him right.
Okay,
Shit.
Mike, we understand. I mean, Alex, we understand you treated him right.
Yeah,
But
Alex, we get it. You love him.
You can't catch the football, Alex.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Fuck that. Tell
I'm
him.
giving him his break.
Alex,
Look, man, if you know the story behind it, I respect the move because the Patriots was on some bullshit.
I know this. I know the story. Everybody knows the story. Yeah. If you're from New England, you know the story. Like I said, I'm giving him the break. The break. Yeah. If I break up with a chick, we're gonna break up mutual, and we're gonna do our thing. But I'm gonna hate on you the first year, and after that, glow up.
Alex took that hard. Let me ask you, Alex. Alex, how much weed did you smoke to get through the pandemic? No lie.
I ate a lot of edibles.
How much?
Peter, how much weed did you smoke to get the pandemic?
Alex about to ask how much is 1,000 pounds.
Let me mute myself so I can laugh.
I've been smacked since they laid me off. I've been smacked every day since.
You got laid off during the pandemic?
Yeah.
How far into the pandemic?
I went back though, but I just didn't drop it. I just kept smoking. Fuck it.
Damn. So, but did the weed help with getting through the? Pandemic's been hard on all of us. How have y'all been dealing with it? And I would imagine the weed, has it helped or has it just made the pandemic worse?
Yeah, pandemic worse. Shit.
How does it make it worse, Luke?
Oh, the quality of marijuana might not be the same. You might not be getting
They smoke regardless.
You saying Lauren weed is garbage?
Pac can do no wrong, and I wish Kraken was here because he would be saying the same shit. Pac can do no wrong. It doesn't matter, bro. The Titanic was sinking. There was two niggas in the corner like, yo, let me hit that shit one more time. My niggas both going down. So if people smoke, no matter what's going on, it does. I think
just like people drink, just like people drink.
I'm not throwing shade on anybody, and yeah, I'm not trying to. Because everybody feels like I'm throwing shade at pot smokers. Not that.
I know what you're trying to say. He calls them
pot smokers. Thanks, Granny. Thanks, Granny. Pot smokers.
Yo, Lou, I know exactly what you're saying.
Anything else you want to bring back from the?
Shut up! Try every drug that's in the book.
I've tried them. I've tried a lot of them. I have tried a lot of them, and I liked a lot of them. Yes. I'm a fan. And if you gave me some right now, I'd probably do all of them twice.
Peter, you still holding?
Still holding what?
Doge?
Yeah, still holding what?
I'm still holding.
Oh my gosh. Did you look?
No, dropped.
Nah, look though.
What's going on? Holding, Peter? He allegedly held something. Peter, he allegedly was holding something.
He's allegedly holding
stock. Oh shit! That shit's up.
Alex, how have your kids been holding up during the pandemic?
How has Tom Brady affected your life, Alex? Where's your New England frames of Brady's shirts in the background?
What? Say it again.
People from Lawton don't have Brady's jersey framed in their house.
Alex has a tattoo of him on his. Alex has a tattoo of him on his left cheek.
And you're on the right side, right, Brutus?
Are you jealous because that's where you want to be? Is that what you're telling everybody? Damn, son.
Casey's doing me on the chest.
I'm so mad.
God.
You compare Brady to Jordan.
Because he's that funny. Casey's doing me on the chest because he's that funny.
This conversation went somewhere I did not expect it to go.
Casey, it was that or they're going to compare him to Jesus. So, I mean.
Yeah, because, I think, I'm going to tell you right now.
I mean, it's all right. I understand.
I think Casey's funny as hell.
To the second best quarterback of all time, I can see you guys reacting that way.
Are we talking about you?
Joe Montana's still number one. I just want to make sure you guys.
Yo, somebody mute this man's mic.
No. Yeah. He's the only one with power. He's the only one with power.
What power?
I can't. Listen.
He's the only one with the mute power.
Nah, he's
muted. There's other people. Yeah, there you go. Alex, so go ahead and answer this question for me. How have your kids been holding up during the pandemic? How's that been with the family dynamic, being inside, them not being in school, they're not being with their friends? How have you guys dealt with that? Are they trooping through it? Do they understand, or is it just like fuck their whole world? Like, what's the dynamic been for you guys?
Nah, it's been good, and in a sense that we're going through a pandemic. But I would say this, that like I'm glad that I have a backyard, that they have space, and like we've actually had play dates with their friends. Oh, and the V-Bucks. This nigga knows. He knows. Yo, no, but the thing is, the V-Bucks is the thing that you use
to buy skins.
Like, no, to buy skins and all that bullshit, but to make them do their chores. Yo, my kids are taking out the trash, but they dying to go back to school because they're doing everything.
That's good.
They're tired of me. They're tired of me.
You just gave me an idea, bro.
My son is hybrid. Over there, your kids don't go to school at all?
Nigga, they're straight up remote. They were supposed to go full on in January 15th. But then the school just went bam.
Nah.
But they're like, nah, we're good. We're doing it all year remote. I'm like,
just like Peter.
Yep.
Oh, Peter got the same shit.
Peter, your kids are all remote for the rest of the year?
All of 7 Peter's kids are all remote.
They're trying to get them back in the April or some shit, or I don't know, one of the months. But
how
have your kids dealt with the pandemic? How have you guys dealt with it? And they basically lost a year.
Pretty good. We just do shit at home. About it.
It's time to bond with your family.
Yeah, you get to know them better. They're growing, and it's been a whole year. You get to talk to them a lot, so it's dope.
So you've taken that opportunity to really form a bond with your kids.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you, Cal? What's that been for you guys? Being you work from home, don't you, Cal?
I work from home normally, and my kid's been staying with me for the past 3 years now. So nothing's changed.
So you're used to it. You're used to it.
Because Kevin works from home.
Oh, so you're good.
Yep.
Of course he's good.
No, yes, but the thing is, like, I feel...
He goes and warms up. He goes and warms up his car, and then comes back in his house, and then he doesn't lose a habit.
No, I literally roll out of my bed, roll down the steps.
Fall down the steps. You fall down the steps.
Oh yeah, that's right. I slip and fall down the steps. And then press the button on my computer to turn it on.
And then go back to sleep.
Kelvin
goes to Dunkin'
I'm lying. Just in case anybody hears this shit. I'm lying. I don't go back to sleep.
He's like, I've noticed a habit where Rodriguez responds around 9 o'clock when he's clocked in at 6. I wonder why.
He just got an email from his boss and shit. He allegedly went back to sleep. Allegedly.
Oh, God. No, but I want to say this. Like, we're not meant to be with each other 24/7. I've said this on the chat before. We're not meant for that shit. My kids say themselves, like, I want to go back to school. Like, I can't be here anymore. Like, my oldest is sleeping at his grandmother's till Sunday. Because he's like, yo, I can't be here anymore. And he's 9 years old.
I don't blame him, man. I don't blame him. You
imagine you at the 4/7?
Yeah, but our parents was dictated.
Nah, bro. Fuck that.
Exactly.
Our parents were dictated.
I hated being home.
Well, you discover yourself. That's what yourself.
Alex, what are you discovering? What did you discover? You could keep that shit to yourself.
No, I'm being serious. Like, yo, without your parents, you discover yourself.
This is true. You do make a good point.
Your parents instill.
Everybody became Puerto Rican all of a sudden. Everybody's Boricua all of a sudden. Chacho papi.
Welcome to the Boricua
KC earlier was giving us his best Puerto Rican face.
KC probably is the worst Puerto Rican I've ever met. Go ahead. No. Puerto Rican KC. Go ahead, Puerto Rican KC. Yeah, KC, do Anuel. Go ahead.
Los dioses, cabrón.
Oh jeez.
Yo,
Casey is the worst Puerto Rican. Yo, all the Puerto Ricans are two fans in Puerto Rico just literally turned the shit to fuck off.
I'm surprised you didn't want to talk about that, Casey.
No,
about what?
I know
about that situation.
Speaking
What?
about,
a lot of us. I mean,
Yeah,
if Bigelonius
shit.
was here because he knows a little more about what's happened. And well, Brutus does too. I mean, about
The shit
what
with
happened with
Alarifa
Alarifa and shit.
and the
I mean, everything is still spinning right now. I'm waiting for Tali and Pina's shit to resolve.
That's a whole
crazy.
thing, though. That's a whole
On
nother thing.
that note, I'm putting my money down that somebody's getting shot in the next 2 weeks, and I say that respectfully. I don't want nobody to get shot.
No, hey, guess what? No. They go in there, and that's.
So as soon as they shot too. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened.
I learned something. Remember when Papi, when David Ortiz got shot a few months last year? Remember that?
In DR.
So I learned something real special, not in a good way, in a bad way. That if David Ortiz can get shot in Santo Domingo, anybody at any can get at any point, and I look back at the whole Biggie Tupac situation. That situation took like a year to develop, right?
But why would you say that then?
No, but let me finish.
But I'm saying that baseball player that got.
Which one?
In DR.
He didn't have enough security, man.
Like I think it was like a month or two before. They told me that it was like on a highway. Nigga got shot at. Because they shot at that nigga.
It happens all the time.
At Ortiz. No, they shot at Ortiz.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, listen, there's rumors. If you guys don't know, there's rumors that Ortiz was going out with a Capo's ex or something like that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. That he got shot at.
Yeah, so but still, for you to have the status that Ortiz has and the amount of love that he has over there, but it's crazy because I even heard that like the amount they paid the kid was like $500 or something like that. It was crazy.
Sicario.
Capitalism.
Well, then they gave him a jam gun. Go ahead.
KC, the funny shit is that they just told him, yo, el tipo está allá con los pantalones blancos. Or rojo, una vaina, whatever the fuck pants.
He didn't know who it was. He didn't know. Okay.
He's Dominican. He had white pants on.
So he ran up in the first person.
Yo, Dominican State thinking they pull that shit off, bro. Take the fucking white pants off. Yo, what the fuck is he doing?
Kelvin, everybody has white pants.
I have white pants. I have two pair. I feel you not
white pants. No, I don't got white.
I do. I have two pair of white pants and I wear them with shoes and no socks.
Bro, what's wrong with the cocaine white pants, bro? You be hating.
I'm not mad at it. It just can't be that tight.
Listen, man, I have white pants. This is my Sunday outfit. My Sunday outfit. I got the brown moccasins, the white pants, and the pastel.
Bro, what are you, Native American?
Oh, bro, I got the chacabana, baby, with the 4 pockets and that peach color, bro. I be pimping it out, strolling.
What? The hell is that? Bro?
But listen, what I wanted to say.
What does Lou even say? What did Lou just say?
You got hood people on both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, but you know this well, Casey. You know this well. You lived in DR for a while. I lived there as well. And I was gonna always make the reference back to Tupac and Biggie. That situation took like a year and a half to develop into their murder in the Caribbean. Sometimes the shit it's fast. Like people get mad,
bro.
Yeah, exactly. And that was exactly. And so we as Dominicans, we have this issue that like when we get angry, we don't wait. Somebody got to die. It's like, and I just feel like hip hop and music and all this shit, internet, you flossing. Somebody's gonna make a rap song about somebody's girlfriend, like I fucked your wife, and then that's gonna, I don't know. That's I'm knocking on wood, hoping it doesn't happen.
That's why I'm worried about that Bodhi and El Alfa shit.
I mean, they're making it okay. To an extent, as I look things, it did look like they were trying to. I mean, again, it's his fault no matter what for taking a picture of a car you ain't buying. So you took Frying to a next level. And
Loco, el fantameo, pero nosotros somos fantamosos, loco. That's who we
No, but
are.
that's part of the
you-
business.
I know. But
That's
hold
part
on,
of the
hold on.
business.
But for
Nah.
you, and I understand. But okay, I understand. Maybe B not going the next day. Oh, I'm gonna get a Bugatti too. Oh wait, and he's taking pictures with the same Bugatti. But he didn't throw shots at I-Fi at all. He just they kind of called him out because he went the next day and was talking about the same thing. Now the problem was the El Chamaco Moluco, que he's basically the Puerto Rican Alafoque, to call the dealership.
Don't call him that. Don't call him that.
He is the Puerto Rican Alafoque. I'm just saying because everybody knows who Alafoque is. I mean, Alafoque is bigger than Moluco.
I don't know who that is.
They know.
Oh, you see? Okay, but you know who Alafoque is.
Alafoque is probably like the biggest one in the
Okay,
Caribbean.
whatever.
Sure.
What we're talking about, Moluco TV.
He's the Dominican Joe Budden.
Whoa. Keep Jose out of this. Keep Jose out of this. Keep Jose out of this.
But yeah, the extent. Okay, so my thing is always this: if it's in the context of music, like if somebody would have called the life out in bars being like spit, I wouldn't have an issue with because you put yourself in that situation. But for them to make him apologize, because they had to pressure him for him to apologize. One,
who do you think? Wait, who do you think made him apologize?
Let me finish my second point. For them to make him one apologize, and two for the dude in PR who has the biggest fan base, one of the biggest fan bases in PR, call the dealership and basically call him out. Like, wait, he didn't buy it. He asked a question 3 times. The dealer kept saying no. And then the third time the dealer was like, well, I mean, I've sold them cars before. He was just looking at it. So basically, because it's like, yo, how many times do you want me to say no? He didn't buy it. So I felt like that was a little too much. You didn't have to call, like, really?
And those are the type of situations that get people angry enough where you get embarrassed on the internet, like Peter was saying, and somebody ends up getting shot. And it might not be them two. Like, and it's always a chamaquito detrás, the one who's like the dude. He's his cousin, he's his brother, he's his friend. He's like, I gotta defend your honor or whatever. But
that's what Tali's doing. Tali's not even friends with a life.
Doesn't Jay Prince say that if you campaign enough, you get elected?
Hablando del Alfa, llegó Big.
Am I right?
Míralo ahí, el Big Alonius.
That's a quote right there and a half.
Okay.
No, we're talking about El Alfa and Anuel and that whole situation.
But what I just said, like, if somebody, just like what Jay Prince said, if somebody fucking campaigns enough, you can get elected and you get what you get.
Yeah. Listen, that video that you posted earlier today where he was saying, yo no le pedimos disculpa a nada. What did he say? No le pedimos disculpa.
That wasn't me. That
was me. I posted it. That's him. But I gotta check the timing. I don't know if it was before or after. I mean, but if it's after,
that might,
it's clear. Or
that's
whatever.
the name of the album, though.
Los Dioses, yeah, but he said that at the end. But because El Alfa went public and asked for
apologized.
And apologized. And then that's why people calling them hypocrites, because it's like, if you had an issue with them, then they weren't really family. You just talk about it and in the back end, and that's it. Don't make the dude apologize in person, because that had to be pressured.
Who made him? That's my question. Who made him apologize? Like, was it like?
No, what I heard, he did it on purpose. That he did it on himself.
Maybe.
Unless he got pressured. Did he get pressure? And then these niggas wanna.
I would assume he did, because he's normally the type of person, he does shit, he doesn't apologize for it. Like, the people get mad at him all the time he was washing money once, and people made a big deal out of it. Like, you got people starving and you're over here washing $100 bills. He's that type of guy. He's always been fronting.
Yeah.
Always. So he never really apologized for shit like that. Yeah, he is.
So he got checked. So he got pressed and checked.
Probably. And those people have checked, because Dali says that in his live. Like, they checked another communicator, in Puerto Rico, when he went over there, because he talked about an artist. They all cornered him. They slapped him around and made him apologize in person, though.
Oh shit! For real?
That's what Dali said in his live. Yeah. So some of these dudes, Dali was there. He was like, nah, it's something. They had to calm him down, because he's like, you don't just how you call that, ambush somebody. That's fuckboy shit. When you
yeah.
You know?
Wow. So what's fuckboy shit?
If you
ambushing somebody.
Also,
when you like you setting people up, like, oh yeah, come over here, you good, we're gonna do something, and then 15 people waiting for you. Like, what the hell?
Nigga, that's the streets, bro. What
yeah,
you
that's the streets.
I don't know about that. Not like
that's
that.
Not the streets.
I know what you're thinking. Where can I find more? For full episodes of the Ruckus Podcast, you can check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and your other digital streaming services. The Ruckus, it's organized chaos. Don't worry, we're working on getting Mike a better mic. Get it, Mike? And don't worry about it. You'll get it eventually.